Hey guys, my name's Veronica, and today I'm going to finally be doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I tend to have some unpopular opinions sometimes, and I am more excited than I should be to share those with you today. Now when I say I'm going to be doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag, I mean I'm really going to give you unpopular opinions. No offense to the other people that have done this, but sometimes I feel like people's unpopular opinions are actually popular opinions, if that makes sense. Like, for example, the first question is a book or series that everybody else loved but you hated. In almost every video that I've watched for that question, people have said, like, Matched by Ali Condi. And I'm like, okay, obviously that's not an unpopular opinion because it seems like everybody hated Matched by Ali Condi. I feel like the unpopularity of them makes them popular, which means they were never unpopular. I don't know. If you get my drift, then you get it. If you don't, just disregard what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm trying to make these opinions that I actually believe are unpopular. I could be being a hypocrite. We'll see. Number 1 asks for a book or series that you did not like, but everyone else seemed to like. And this one, I honestly don't know for sure how everyone else felt about it, but from what I've heard, it seems to be a pretty positive consensus. And I am going with Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. Just that book, not the whole entire companion trilogy. I loved Anna and Lola. I despised, and I barely made it over 100 pages, and I had to give up on it. So that is a book that I cannot stand, that I feel like most other people really liked. Number 2 is a book or series that everyone else seemed to hate but you loved. And I picked the Maze Runner trilogy by James Dashner. This is The Maze Runner, The Scorched Trials, and The Death Cure. A lot of people read the first book, said they hated it, gave up on it. I mean, go watch videos about like series I won't finish or series I'm giving up on. 95% of people will say The Maze Runner. However, I read the whole series and I really enjoyed them all. The third one, for people that did finish the series, the third one got really low ratings, but this one I actually really enjoyed. It might have been my favorite. Number 3 is a love triangle where the main character didn't end up with the person you wanted them to, or an OTP that you do not like. And I am going to go with an OTP that I do not like. And then I'm going to tell you about a headcanon OTP that I do not like. One canon OTP and one headcanon OTP. For the canon OTP, I picked Annabeth and Percy from the Percy Jackson series. What? Oh my gosh, I know this is an unpopular opinion. I know I'm not being a hypocrite here because every time I say something like this, people are just astounded. I liked them as friends to begin with, and then they started becoming romantic, and I was like, no. Also, I don't like Annabeth very much, and I like Percy, and so I don't like that Percy's with Annabeth. I didn't really want Percy to be with anybody else in the series, but I just don't want it to be Annabeth. And then my headcanon OTP is one that has been going around for quite some time now, and supposedly has even become somewhat canon, not on paper, but the author has said that this should have been a canon OTP. You probably know what I'm talking about. Yes, Harry and Hermione from the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Look, Joe, I love you, and I will support you in everything you do except this. That is a bunch of bull hockey. And when she's like, oh, I should have put Harry and Hermione together, I'm like, look, I know you want to keep your fans around, but this is not the way to do it. Don't lie to the people, Joe Rowling. Do not lie to the people, because Harry and Hermione are not supposed to be together. They are best friends. They have a relationship that is simply that. They are best friends. They can support each other through everything. Harry needed Hermione in his life because he needed a stable friendship like that. He had Ron, but Ron's a different kind of friendship. He and Hermione have a special, unique friendship, and that's why her character was there. Her character was not there to fall in love with Harry, okay? That's not what Hermione is there for. Number 4 is a popular book genre that you hardly reach for. I don't know if this counts as a book genre, and it does in my head, but I'm gonna go with like graphic novels / anime / manga, that kind of stuff. No, not my thing. Look, I know it's popular, and if you do that, you do you. That is great. You are a wonderful human being. I love you all the same. I just don't have the slightest bit of interest in it. It is not something that I think I will ever be drawn to. Number 5 is a popular or beloved character that you do not like. I will say a lot of people don't like this character, so that's why I'm not going with beloved, I'm going with popular, and that is Jacob Black from the Twilight Saga by Stephanie Meyer. In the books, every time Jacob Black comes in, I'm like, oh my gosh, quit complaining, get out of here, go be a wolf with your wolf friends. I don't understand why you're here. I don't think that he was very necessary. This whole book, I'm going to be honest with you, this whole book was pointless because it's literally Bella being like, nah, my life sucks. And then Jacob coming in and being like, hey baby, I'll help you out. And then they like become a thing. But then that thing just literally just causes him misery for the rest of the series, and it's never going to work out anyway. So why was it even included, and why does this book even exist, and why does Jacob Black even exist? Look, sorry. Maybe. Number 6 is a popular author that you could not get into, and I picked Cassandra Clare. I mean, I read City of Bones, and I didn't like it, and everybody's like, well, if you didn't like City of Bones, that's okay. Nobody likes City of Bones. Just continue the series. And I'm like, Number 7 is a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. I don't know if this is a trope, but I'm including it because I've ranted about it already in this video, and that is when best friends become a couple. I mean, okay, go back and look at my OTPs. Annabeth and Percy, they're best friends, not a couple. Harry and Hermione, no, they're best friends, not a couple. But it just gets on my nerves because, I mean, sometimes it's okay. Because sometimes you meet somebody and from the start you're kind of that friends that are going to be a couple thing. But sometimes you're just best friends, and I don't understand most of the time why they have to become a couple. Why can't they just be friends? Because friends do exist, and it's okay. So we don't have to date. You don't have to date your best friend, and a lot of the time you should not. Okay, another way to back myself up. If Katniss had ended up with Gale, how many of you would be pissed off? A lot of you, right? Why? Because they're just supposed to be best friends and not a couple. Number 8 is a popular book or series that you have no interest in reading, and I picked Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, whatever. I just don't feel like it's for me. Assassins, it's just, I mean, it's pretty high fantasy, and I don't think I'm that much of a high fantasy kind of person, so I just think I'm gonna let that one. Number 9 says, they always say that the book is better than the movie, but what movie was better than the book? The book is not as fun, unless you haven't seen the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, then okay, maybe. But if you've seen the movie, it is a waste of your time because the movie is 10,000 times better than this book is. Good. Yes, I tabbed a lot of things. I don't even know why I tabbed them. I was trying to be a fancy reader. I think I was going to do a fancy review, but then I finished it and I was like, this is crap. So that was it. There's not a number 10, but on the original video it said, feel free to add in bonus questions. So I'm going to add in the 10th bonus question. And it's going to go along with the earlier one of a beloved character that you don't like. And I'm going to say a hated character that I do like. And that would be Gale Hawthorne from the Hunger Games trilogy. I love Gale. I really love Gale. I have expressed opinions about that on here before. I see the reasons you all have. I just don't agree with them. I love Gale. Do I want him to be with Katniss? No. But I just love him as a character, and I love him as her friend. And I think that he is very overlooked and very misunderstood. Okay, that's all of the questions for this. Honestly, really would love to hear your opinions in the comments section, whether you agree with me or not. Let's talk about it, because I love to talk to people who have different opinions from me, unless you're ignorant. If you're going to be ignorant, then get out of my life. But if you can talk about it and be logical and be reasonable and rational, that is totally fine with me, and I would love to do that. So see you in my next video. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye!